Harper Audio presents Galina Petrovna's Three-Legged Dog Story by Andrea Bennett, read by Maggie Mash. The author opens this book with the following. In the 1990s, there was a three-legged dog called Boroda, who wore no collar and lived in Azov with an old Russian lady who worked hard on her dacha. However, everything else in this book, while inspired by my memories of the people and geography of Russia, is a work of fiction and should be treated as such. Chapter 1. A typical Monday afternoon.
Hey, Goryun Tigranovich, can you hear me?
A warm brown hand slapped on the door once more, its force rattling the hinges this time.
He's dead, I tell you. He's probably been eaten by the cats by now. 4 of them he's got, you know. 4 fluffy white cats. Who needs 4 fluffy white cats? White? Ridiculous! Babushka, can you hear any cats mewing?
The two ladies, one indescribably old and striated, and the other only mildly so, waited silently for a moment outside the apartment door, listening intently. Tiny Baba Krichkova bent slightly to put her ear to the keyhole, closed her eyes, and sucked in her cheeks.
I hear nothing, Galia,
she replied after some moments.
So, that's good, isn't it, Baba? That means that Goryun Tigranovich has probably gone on holiday to the coast, or perhaps to visit friends in Rostov, and has left the cats with someone else. And that means he isn't lying dead in his apartment. But Galia, maybe they're all dead. The cats and Goryun Tigranovich, all dead. Maybe they found him too tough to eat and they starved. It's been several days, you know.
The older lady's face crumpled at the thought of the starving cats and the dry, wasted cadaver of Goryun Tigranovich, and she began to sob, rubbing a gnarled red fist into her apple-pip eyes. Other doors began to creak and moan along the length of the dusty corridor, and slowly other grey heads studded with curranty eyes bobbed into view, to peer curiously down the hall towards the source of the noise and excitement. A vague hum stretched out along the length of the building, as the elderly residents rose as one from their afternoon naps, whether planned or unplanned, to witness the drama unfolding on floor 3 of Building 11, Karl Marx Avenue, in the southern Russian town of Azov. Galia sighed and offered her handkerchief over, and made compassionate tutting noises with her tongue.
Baba Krichkova, there is nothing we can do out here in the hall. I am sure that Goryun Tigranovich is in the best of health. He's such a sprightly fellow, and a regular traveller, you know. Just last month he was in Omsk.
Galia didn't trip over the words, pronouncing them firmly and evenly, but to her own ears they sounded unconvincing. The last time she had seen the gentleman, he had resembled a piece of dried bark dressed in a suit.
I am sure I saw him last week down at the market, and he was buying watermelons. People who buy watermelons are not about to die. They are enjoying life. They are robust and hopeful. Watermelons are a sure sign. He was probably taking the melons as a present for whoever he has gone to visit. I am confident he will be back soon.
Melons or no, Goryun Tigranovich was a very private person, and he would not welcome being discussed in the hallway by his entire entourage of elderly neighbours. Galia tried to encourage the older lady to go home.
Why don't you go and have a nice cup of tea, and I can bring you one of my homemade buns? You'd like that, wouldn't you?
The older lady's face did not change, but her tiny, watery eyes were on Galia now.
And if we still haven't seen him by the end of the week, we'll ask
Sample complete. Ready to continue?